Hello. I don't know what I want to talk about, but I know I have to talk about something, right? I guess we'll just go all over the place today. I guess we'll hit basically most topics that we've already talked about. WWE, we'll go with there first. Their most recent episode of Smackdown, how LA Knight fighting the returning Zack Ryder, which, little thing about me, I love me some Zack Ryder. I also love me some LA Knight. Definitely a torn up match. I'm happy LA Knight won. I hope Zack Ryder sticks around in WWE. You know what I'm not happy about? Is the Heat Man, Jey Uso, beat The Miz. And you know what? It completely makes sense. It makes sense in recent context of like just The Miz hasn't won much. Jey Uso wins everything. Jey Uso's in the bigger storylines. The Miz is not in storylines. It makes too much sense for Jey Uso to win. For him not to win, you know? So for that, I guess I can forgive. What I can't forgive is that dog shit main event. Because, oh man, that main event, let me tell you something. It was bad. It was so bad. Like, I was a fool because I was excited for Cody Rhodes versus Bronson Reed for the WWE Championship. I thought, wow, this is an actually really unique matchup. And Bronson Reed is in a WWE Championship match. I didn't think he was going to win. No way. Actually, zero faith he would win. Just because it wasn't the moment, you know. Nothing was built to it. Could I see him doing it if they built story around it? Actually, yes, I could. He's beaten Roman Reigns. He's beaten Seth Rollins. He's beaten Braun Strowman. They're all former world champions. Like, Bronson Reed is kind of that motherfucker. And Cody Rhodes could get a good match out of him because Bronson Reed is a great wrestler. You know? I think they would complement each other very well. But, you know, 2 minutes into the match, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed's teammate, fucking disqualifies him. Like, I don't get that thought process if you're looking at it, like, objectively, you know, like, trying to apply logic to it. Like, why would they do that? Like, just to get the jump on Cody? Wouldn't it be more beneficial to help Bronson Reed just sneak the win? Or, yeah, because then it's like, because Braun Breaker wants the World Heavyweight title. So wouldn't it make more sense if Bronson Reed wanted the WWE Championship? So instead of they're fighting for the same thing, so that way they start butting heads, they're gonna fight each other for the same title. Like, that just doesn't work. But if you do, but if you have Bronson Reed go for the WWE Championship, it's perfect, because then they could both be world champions, right? It makes complete sense. I think that'd be a great story. But no, it's just building up to a worse War Games match, or worse Survivor Series 5v5 than the one we're going to have on the Smackdown before with the mid-card, because I think that should have just been the War Games match. We could have, honest to God, done a rematch between Drew McIntyre and Jey Uso, Jesus, and Cody Rhodes. And then we could also do CM Punk versus fucking Braun Breaker, and it would have been fine. Right? I think that would have been fine. I think no one would have been upset with the Women War Games match being the main event War Games match, and then the MFT versus Team Sammy and Friends be the other one, you know? I think that would be okay. But, nah. But anyway, that's enough WWE, I guess. Let's move on to something else. You know what? Let's talk about video games. Again, as you can tell what my recurring interests are, specifically with video games. Let's talk about some, like, recurring video games in my, like, kind of cycle. Because any old heads out there, aka anyone above the age of 20, understands where I'm coming from when I say you just kind of stop trying new things with video games and you kind of just stick to what you know you're going to like. Because when you know what you're going to like, you know how long you'll be invested into it, you know how long it'll take to get there, you know how much time you can invest, pretty much. That's literally all it is. And you know that you're going to enjoy it. So you kind of replay the same things over and over and over again.
Calculating route. Please wait.
But Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of those games that I hear people say, like, oh, it took me forever to beat it. Like, oh, I've never beaten it before. Oh, I still haven't beaten it. It's such a long fucking game. And I'm here like, yeah, I beat it like 7 times. Like, got to like 90% completion rate on that game each time. It's a big game. I've never 100%ed it. But I basically go for as much as I want to. I do a lot of the hunting. I get the camp ball upgraded and stuff. I do all that. And I think that game is such a fun game to immerse yourself in. It's like a role-playing game, but you're given the role to play. You know, like, you're not given the option. You're given the option of either good or bad. I always play good, so to me it's always just like, I actually play it very specifically. I play it to where in the first 2 chapters, I'm an asshole. I make sure Arthur, the main character, is such a dick. I do everything evil. I do everything wrong with him. And then I slowly start to do nicer things, and in chapter 6 I do only nice things. And it just makes it such a gratifying thing, like just a gratifying game to play. It's so satisfying to play. It's a great like thing to play over the course of like a month. Just like turn it on, like, yeah, time to continue my Red Dead save file. But I think besides Red Dead, there's also my reoccurring playthroughs of the Batman Arkham games. They're always fun to play through again. I like single player games, like linear single player games. I know those are both open world games, a lot of side quests and stuff. But I'm a sucker for Uncharted. Uncharted 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. Very fun game. I've played them so much. I've platinumed all 4. I've beat them all on crushing difficulty. Not brutal, because at that point, it's just not even fun anymore. But after I did all that, I stopped playing them a lot because it's like I kind of did everything that the games have to offer, and I didn't feel the want or need to continue. But Uncharted's another one. The Arkham games are another one. Speaking of, I really should play Arkham Origins soon because that is one of my favorite Christmas games. Speaking of Christmas games, the Spider-Man games are great replay games. I love playing all 3. Miles Morales, the only reason I'm a little sour on that one is just because I don't like the side quests. Well, that's a lie. I like the side quests. I don't like the, oh my god, not the challenges, because I have bad memories of those challenges when I was trying to get the gold medals. But dude, I love the Miles Morales game mainly for the snowy New York. Like, that is such a good setting. It's just, it feels so cozy swinging around in like the winter outfit with him, or like the jacket. Like, very good. Spider-Man 2 was very good. Just, it wasn't as good story-wise as Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. The game was like, it was a good story with a bad villain. I don't know who else they could have made the villain. Maybe they could have just made the Prowler the main villain. I think that would be kind of cool. If he was just the main villain, I think that would add a little, like, make it still Roxxon, but make it be a lot more about the Prowler than the Tinkerer, because they took a villain who no one gave a shit about, and they made it into a whole new iteration to try and make you give a shit about it. But they also kind of implanted her into Miles' backstory when she wasn't even like brought up in the first game, and that's of course just because that's how that works. You know, you don't know these things are happening. But yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling pretty bad. Like this one is brain off, just words out the mouth kind of thing. But you know, that's kind of what we signed up for with this, right? Well, both of us, me and you, stranger behind the camera, we signed up for the mailman that you don't know, that you're getting to know. We signed up for him to ramble, keep you company, because you're keeping me company. This one's been all over the place, so I think I'm going to cut it there, so that way I don't add even more random nonsense to it.